I'm SJ.
I'm AJ.
And we the Connected Experience.
Bro, what's the Connected Experience?
It's the lifestyle.
A lifestyle.
Our lifestyle. How that lifestyle treating you?
Man, that shit treating me great, bro. It always do. You know what I mean? Like, we just building great allies. And what people need to understand about the war is if you don't have no allies, you definitely go lose the war. You know, I watch a lot of World War I, World War II shit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's all about the allies. You know what I'm saying? And what people need to also understand about allies is some people be allies behind the scenes. You feel what I'm saying?
Right,
so when the United States, when Woodrow Wilson said, no, we going to let Europe handle that, that's because they was already somebody ally. They wanted to see how it was going to turn out before they came out publicly and said, we part of this allyship. So what's up with you?
Nothing, man. Still enjoying the spot on the bestsellers list with The Adventures of Shelby Sunshine, The Bestest Family Vacation. Me and Shelby about to start writing book 2.
Okay.
Probably like next weekend. I've been taking notes. She been telling me the story.
Yeah, I got to get another copy for my dog Bakari.
I got him on deck.
His girl's name actually Shelby. They having a son named Avery. You know, Bakari like my little brother. Though, you know what I'm saying? So
I don't even know the nigga. That's crazy.
That's my man, dog. So you know what I'm saying? Like, he having a baby, and I'm gonna give him that book, and then I'm gonna give him some money at the baby shower for like to open a custodial stock account for his son, and then just walk him through it, how to do it, and just make sure like he maintain it. You know what I mean?
You got a word?
Yeah, I do, man. It's saldegrade. That's an adjective, and that's moving by leaping. What about you?
Okay, and I got one that's satori, and that's a noun, and that's sudden enlightenment. You know what I'm saying? When you had that moment, you like, oh man, I had that moment. So what we getting into today, man?
Hey man, we got a special guest courtesy of my dog Deshaun. Y'all know a few weeks back we had Deshaun on the show. That's been our ally for a long time too. So he had an event that was in Detroit, which was a beat battle, which was judged and hosted by the guy we got sitting right here with us today, Fuse from 808 Mafia. What's up, Fuse?
What's going on, brothers?
Yeah, so go ahead and introduce yourself. This is a worldwide show. Just go ahead and introduce yourself for the viewers and the listeners. Kind of tell them who you are and what you represent.
Okay, my name is Fuse, from New York, multi-platinum producer, vice president of 808 Mafia. You know, out here in Detroit, showing love, spreading love.
Okay. Now, how many people knew that Fuse from the 808 Mafia was from New York? Because everybody gotta assume that you from Atlanta, don't
Everybody thinks I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah, what part of New York?
Which is not a bad thing. I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
My mother, she moved to Long Island, so I have a taste of Long Island as well. So.
Okay. So you grew up in the Bronx and Long Island. Like, so how much time did you spend in the Bronx?
I was in the Bronx until high school.
High school,
and then went to high school in Long Island.
Okay.
That's when my mother moved to Long Island, and I mean. Honestly, I moved to Roosevelt, which is, I thought it was going to be like a real suburban area. But honestly, it turned out to be just as ghetto as the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, the Bronx, the birth of hip-hop, like, so it's it would seem like a lot of history there. So when did you discover that you wanted in?
As day one. My sister, she was just always, I have an older sister, and she was just always into music. And she was just, like, hip to everything. And then, you know, me being from the Bronx, I don't know how y'all were, but, you know, I always liked hanging out with the older crowd.
Yeah, definitely.
So being a little kid, you know, 7, 8 years old outside, and I'm watching the 18-year-olds and the 20-year-olds and how they dress and how they look, you know, I just wanted to be part of that.
Can you break dance?
Honestly, yes.
Yeah, because I know with New York, when it come to hip-hop, it's like all of the elements. It's not just rap.
Can you tag, too? Can you do graffiti?
I was just about to say, I could do graffiti, definitely break dance, I mean, everything from outside sports, because, you know, we had to play in the streets and stuff like that. And yeah, everything that's, you know, hip-hop related, hip-hop culture, like, I embodied it.
So is that where you got your name from? Because I know,
yes,
like,
from graffiti.
Yeah. See, hey, man, home of exclusives, because I never heard you say that nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So hip-hop, you know how to break dance, you know how to do all of this, but when you got into it, what did you want to do? Did you want to do production?
I wanted to rap.
Yeah.
Always wanted to rap. That was like my thing. You know, I loved all the rappers. Really didn't know too much about beat making or nothing like that. But I didn't get into that until later on in life when I was like, you know, hanging around producers.
Right.
But I just always wanted to rap. So, you know, hanging around producers, that's a rapper's dream.
Yeah. So coming from the Bronx, living on Long Island, who was your favorite MC coming up? Well, first of all, what age range are you in?
Right now?
Yeah, I'm saying your age range.
Oh, I mean, like, I'm in the 30s.
Okay. I'm 39. Well, we twins. We 39. Yeah. Okay. So one of the illest niggas to ever do it is actually, like, kind of from Long Island with the nigga Prodigy.
Yeah, the
you
nigga
feel
P.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like he the illest nigga, and I feel like at one point he really couldn't be out rapped. You know what I'm saying? Now being in New York at that time, because we was in high school at the same time, like what was that like that energy like? Because niggas always say Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas, and they act like they forget Prodigy. You know what I'm saying? And he got some of the best hip hop quotables ever. So like, who did you gravitate toward coming up, far as listening to?
Man, I mean, of course Prodigy, Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
As a collective, I just love their sound.
Yeah.
That was dope. So I didn't really get into that until I got to Long Island. When I was in New York, it was more like Wu-Tang and, of course, KRS-One.
Yeah.
You know, Rakim, Slick Rick.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first hip hop song you heard?
That I heard? Man, the first one that I heard, I would say MC Hammer.
Yeah. Too legit to quit or can't touch this.
Can't touch this.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy because you in New York and that's the first song
that
you
you can remember.
Because you know Hammer from the Bay and I love Hammer. I think Hammer got more hits than Nelly.
The thing about it is that my sister listened to all the hits.
Everything.
From all the hip hop shit. I'm talking about what gravitated to me.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I like this shit.
What was it about it though? Like now that you're a producer and you understand music, like what about that caught you? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's because I know about beats and production. I think it's called familiarity, and it's like when you hear something that you think you heard from somewhere else, and because Can't Touch This was a sample of what James Brown, I believe it was.
Definitely a sample.
Oh, Rick James.
Rick James. That's what I mean. Yeah, Rick James.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, I guess because I probably heard my parents play the Rick James.
Right, it just felt so like
it felt
embracing.
Like
So what else did you pursue, or you always knew like a career in music was gonna be it?
Nah, I mean, I played sports.
Yeah.
I played all sports.
Yeah.
From football, basketball, track.
What did you excel in?
Baseball was my first sport.
Yeah. Did you know this guy was a baseball star? You running around with a baseball star?
He got the most stolen bases in Highland Park High School history.
Yeah. How did that not come up?
You're a legend.
They tore the high school down, but that record still stands. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
He erased the record.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What did you excel in most though? Out of sport, basketball.
Yeah,
so.
I mean basketball. That's only because I threw all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Wanted to do that. Ended up getting a college scholarship.
So what you was a shooting guard?
Point guard.
Oh, okay.
Point guard. Yeah. So where you get the scholarship to?
Globe College. Globe College is in Manhattan.
Okay. Okay. So how you do when you was there though?
Be honest with you. First year, because I came from like street ball. You know, I really didn't have the proper education of, you know, playing fundamental game. And it was really just knowing the plays. That's all it really was. I sucked at knowing the play. So my first year, I didn't really get to play like that. But my coach knew my potential and how I could play. So my second year, he just gave me more leeway to play my game.
Yeah.
know,
Because that's what the point guard's supposed to be able to do too. Be the extension.
He's the coach on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. So knowing the plays, of course, is important. You can't just go there and freelance every play. You know?
Yeah.
Right. Now you playing college basketball,
which is actually a big thing.
That's a big deal, and you want to rap. But where's your music career at in the college basketball part of your life?
So that was the thing. So I played college ball, and my boy Sean, I don't know if you remember the time when I had to make the decision between ball or studio.
Straight up?
Yeah, because I had, you know, offers to go play NBA tryouts and overseas.
Oh, word, you was laying like that?
I mean, like, I'm not saying like I was one of the best, but I was just talented.
Hey, bro, it's only 450 jobs in the NBA. If they telling you to come try out, you laying like that.
Yeah, they
you know
definitely
what I'm
had
saying?
that, but I was going to the studio a lot. I was like, you know, I really wasn't the best health, meaning like smoking weed all the time, and just staying up, not getting the proper sleep, and I just felt like I had to choose. And I don't know, I guess I kind of psyched myself out because I figure like, you know, your body could betray you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't want to invest into the basketball and kind of put music on the back burner. I just kind of felt like, shit, I might as well just put my all into music, which was a gamble, but it paid off.
Yeah.
And what year was this?
What year was that, Sean? 2009.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you balling, you want to do you pursuing music. Who you came across that was also doing both, and y'all had that mutual respect. Like, oh, you the nigga who make the production and rap, but you really got some game. Like, you got that aha moment, like, oh, this nigga really can hoop. Because every nigga who say they do music think they can hoop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I think I still got it. I ain't won a trophy since 6th grade. You understand what I'm saying? And I got them shit still because I won them, but you know what I'm saying? That's why I sized you up like, oh, you was a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I am a shooting guard, but they made me a point guard.
Yeah, I do it, nigga, because I feel like I still got it. I coach kindergartners, so I can tell my nigga body size.
I mean, in Atlanta, I guess there's like LA Fitnesses.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't consider myself a celebrity, but there are celebrities who, go to these gyms.
Yeah.
And they hoop as well. And they know of me, I know of them. And, you know, of course, I get to see them. And like you say, a lot of celebrities can't hoop.
Yeah.
So, you know, but I hoop.
Niggas be mad unathletic in real life. Like, yo, son, you can't even run up the steps.
Facts. But I be hooping for real. And they just be like, damn, bro. I ain't know.
Right, like, I ain't know you could really play ball.
Yeah,
like,
I usually tell people, like, do you like my music? They be like, I love your music. I'll be like, well, I play better than I make my beats. And they don't quite understand.
They don't get the concept. So, go ahead. 2009, you make this decision. So, when was the first time you made a track? Like when was the first?
Because you're a rapper, but what made you say, yo, I'm
about to jump on this? Because now you done made a decision. Basketball is no more. So, now it's all or nothing.
That was like 2007,
yeah,
2008. I was just playing around with it. And I had a roommate, my boy Orly, and pretty much he wanted to rap, and he was my guinea pig. You know what I mean? Of trying to produce an artist.
Yeah. Taking somebody from scratch with what we got.
But me learning myself at the same time.
But they'll be the best relationships with artists and rappers because y'all create that sound. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that y'all create that sound. So 2007, you make your first beat. And I know you got a love for samples. I know you love Dilla. I know you love digging in them crates. So, like, where did that come from? Because
even what he just said, like, he was drawing the MC Hammer because he recognized the sample.
So
when did same thing with Dilla, you know, like the thing with Dilla was I used to just love certain songs from certain artists, but never knew who produced them.
Okay.
And then it was like a long time ago, my friend had like a Dilla CD of like a bunch of songs that he produced that he made himself.
Okay. Like, so I know he did everything on here.
Yeah, so when I heard, I'm like, damn, he made this song?
Yeah.
This song too? And it was just like a list of songs that I just loved, and I was just like, Dilla's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So I know you've been here in the D for a couple days. Y'all had the beat battle the other night, and tell me about your experience going to the Motown Museum, though. I know you had to do it.
It was cool, man. Like, honestly, I didn't even know there was like actual places to go to, like landmarks
in Detroit.
Yeah, like I'm sure they're everywhere.
But but I understand
knowledgeable.
And you know why though? Because I think people take for granted that like Motown really happened right where
here.
You were at. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like everybody know about Motown, but then depending on what area you know about Motown moved to LA.
That's
so
what
people
I was about to say. So my experience for Motown is because my old manager he worked for Capitol Records.
Yeah. Right.
And you know Capitol and
Motown is
so every time I'm in LA at the Capitol building, that's
Motown.
I'm thinking that's Motown.
Yeah.
So when I come out here and they're like, yeah, this is Motown. This is where the studio's at, and I'm over here like,
you didn't get to take the tour?
I didn't actually get to go in. I was just on that.
When you leaving, bro? When you leaving?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah. You literally gotta come back for just the tour. Like the equivalent of that tour, the only thing I could see is like going to Paisley Park. Like that, like when you walk in there, when you walk into the Motown Museum, like it's really the house. Like when they give you the history, they like that candy machine over there.
They still got the candy machine.
The third one is Baby Ruth because the little boy who couldn't see used to come in, walk down, pull the thing, go
and
to
it
the
was
third
Stevie
one.
Wonder.
It's Stevie Wonder though. Like they telling you stuff like this door has never been locked since we turned it to a studio. You standing in the studio where the Temptations recorded, the mic right there. Like this shit is
the
like
piano still in there. Everything.
Yeah. And the reason we so we from a small city called Inkster, which is 20 minutes west of Detroit. Like you flew into the airport, that's Romulus. You got to pass Inkster to get to the D. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Motown's first gold record, the Marvelettes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
They from Inkster.
That was a girl group that they found at Inkster High at a talent show. That's Motown's first gold record. You might not have knew that, right? When you go in there, they tell you that. They break down. No Marvelettes, no Motown, bro.
Because, you know, Motown was originally Tamala Records, and they had songs, but it just wasn't hidden. It wasn't hidden. They switched to Motown. They had a talent show, and they found a girl group, which ended up being the Marvelettes, and then they came, well, wait a minute, Mr. Postman, that's out of here. Mm-hmm. So that set the Motown standard, because a lot of people was already there before that, and then you got to think, like, some of the people what's the lady name? She just turned like 90 or something, 89. Damn, she used to be on the Detroit City Council. Anyway, she was the secretary, so she would see all the groups, and they like, oh, you can sing? Yeah, I can sing too. So she ended up being,
you gotta go, bro.
Martha
Reeves, probably.
Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's worth it, bro.
It's literally worth coming back. Like, cause that's what I'm doing. I'm in a couple weeks, I'm just flying to Minnesota, going to Prince's crib, taking a tour, coming right back. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a little tour spot over there.
Yeah, they got Paisley Park.
You can go to his crib. You can go to extended.
I didn't know that part neither.
Oh yeah, you can go to the actual crib. It's a tour. This is not an ad. You know what I'm saying? Because people would think that. You know what I'm saying?
But he's a huge Prince fan.
I'm a huge Prince fan. So basically, it's a 3-hour tour. They got different time slots, but it's like a 3-hour tour. That bitch like $100 and something. You go, they take you to all the studios that's in there. It's like concert halls and that shit, bro. That's like crazy. People have big events there. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go, you take the tour. You could go and see all his shoes and all of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going doing that, coming right back to the crib, bro, just for myself. Because I never do something for myself. I say, yo, I'm going. I told that nigga, like, I'm going, bro. Like, you know
I'm a Prince fan too.
So that's what I'm just Google it, bro. Like, because you can only go on certain dates. Like, you know what I'm saying? But once you pick your date, this shit is super cheap. From here to Minnesota, dog, I found a flight and a hotel for $300.
Oh, dang. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, $300. That's you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to spend mad money on souvenirs and shit there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got to.
Yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about, how do you actually get to Atlanta?
How did I get to Atlanta? All right, so I was working out of a studio in Long Island, and I was just doing engineering and stuff like that.
Now, when you was on Long Island, just straight with the music, like, was you the nigga on Long Island? Like, everybody knew, like, Fuse go be the one, because it's always a nigga who, you know, like, he got the work ethic, he putting in the time, he go make something pop.
I would say a lot of people saw that vision.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes it take other people to see it for you to keep it going.
That's pretty much what it was. You know, you really don't see your own future. You just walk in faith. And that's all I did. But a lot of people used to be like, nah, you going, you know,
keep going, dog.
Yeah,
keep going.
I'd be like, damn, all right, cool.
Okay.
But I just had one of my homeboys that I actually used to rap with moved to Atlanta, and he was hanging out with like Waka and Southside, which is my business partner. And, you know, he would just get beats from me. Like I said, you know, I was just starting. I would just send beats to my friends. And he used to like play my beats in the studio, and Waka would rap on some of them, and Southside would hear them. So they used to always be like, yo, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And he'd be like, yo, this is my friend Fuse from, you know, back home.
Yeah.
So they was just like, yo, reach out to him. Yeah. So one day I was in the studio. He called me. He was like, yo, what you doing? I said, nothing, just, you know, chilling. He said, yo, Southside, I want to talk to you. Yeah. Put Southside on the phone, and it was just a quick conversation. Like, yo, I fuck with your beats. You know what I'm saying? I like what you're doing. I come to Atlanta. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be part of 808 Mafia. And to me, I was just like, damn, that's huge. You know, like.
Nah, 808 Mafia, man, y'all deep as hell, man. How many of y'all is it? About 40? Like, legitly, like, it's
it's not that many. It's really just
between
like
placements. It'll make you think that. You feel what I'm saying?
It's really just like 8 of us. You know what I'm saying?
Because I got like, so it's a artist named AWAX from California.
AWAX, shout out to AWAX.
Oh, that's my mother.
Who did? Because I know he did some shit with the 808, like a whole project with the 808. Was it with the whole Mafia?
Nah, he did Nonstop. He's a
Nonstop.
Yeah.
So Nonstop is 808 Mafia. Yeah. Okay, listen, bro. On this show, we talk about AWAX so fucking much, bro, because that nigga is the truth.
He got it, dog.
Bro. He got it, bro. And I ain't never been. Yeah, that's a Nonstop beat. Yeah. I couldn't. Well, I was like, I wonder is he? Because when I read everybody in, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Because one of my partners, my younger brother is part. He used to be in a production crew called the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
PC.
I know about that.
You know what I'm saying? So I know how production crews work. Like we all get the credit because we all. That's how we come. That's how we doing this. So I'm like, if this the nigga who did AWAX shit, call Wax.
It's crazy. I met AWAX and Nonstop like kind of around the same time when I moved to Atlanta. Okay. But Nonstop used to live in Portland.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Because
you know what I'm saying. So he used to travel, you know, come to the A and stuff like that before he finally stayed in the A. Yeah. But he was already working with AWAX, and I met AWAX, and it was just a big family thing.
Hey, if they ever come through the D hitters, man, they could come on like straight up.
Because we fuck with the music. You feel what I'm saying? So. After that conversation, do you just say, fuck it, you call your man Sean, we going to the A, or do it, y'all build the relationship and then go?
I just got up and went. Yeah. It was like easy breezy. Like, I ain't really have too much holding me back.
Yeah. Right, that's what I'm about to say. Do you got kids and stuff at this time period or no kid? Okay,
I got on.
Yeah.
I got it going.
Yeah.
Like, sure enough. Like, I ain't wait.
So what was the transition like coming from New York to the A? Now the A to everybody else is fast, but to a nigga from New York, it still could be kind of slow moving. And I don't mean slow as in the people. I mean, like, I done been to New York, nigga, outside of Times Square at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like
people still.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, I seen, like, the illest shit I ever seen was, like, a midnight garbage shift. Like, motherfuckers picking up garbage on midnights. Like, what the fuck?
So,
you feel what I'm
but
saying?
that was funny because when I got here and we're driving through the city, I'm just like, I legit yelled out the window to a random dude, like, bro, is it always this empty? and he was just like, kind of. And I was just like, because, I'm used to cities where it's just people on top of
traffic.
People.
So, like, when y'all, like, the traffic had stopped y'all, like, from getting here, like, on time or whatever, but that's not a big deal. Like,
we
in Atlanta, if you say 20 minutes away, that's an hour.
Yeah, like, we expect the traffic, right? Especially in Atlanta, because you just know just overpopulated.
Listen, bro, the most afraid I've ever been in a car in my life, it was in the back of a car in New York, bro. We driving through, we was going up to This Is 50 and shit, and we just had a car service take us. Dog, this nigga is like coming so close to me. I was like, get me up out this bitch, dog.
Like, I want to press the brake.
I'm anointed in this bitch. Like, damn, dog. And then Atlanta got terrible traffic, but nothing worse than LA. Atlanta is like second, though.
I think Atlanta worse than LA, bro.
I be in LA half the year, and I don't complain about LA. I think what LA is just the time.
Yeah, see, LA long, Atlanta.
It's about
LA long.
But you don't never drive though. So
you absolutely.
You know how sometimes you be like, I don't want to take the highway, so I'm gonna take the back roads.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, you gonna take the back roads and still get traffic.
You
know what I'm saying? Especially like Fridays, the weekend.
I don't dread that shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we knew about when it came to cities, we knew Atlanta was going to be popping. Like, a dude about 5 years older than me had, like, a real hand in raising me. And his mom moved to Atlanta early. I'm talking about, like, super early, like 97. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So then we had been going down there since, like, 99. And every time we came back, we see more buildings went up. You feel what I'm saying? We see more people coming to the city, more stuff being considered Atlanta, because she lived in Alpharetta. You feel what I'm saying? But now it's like, no, y'all just jump on the Martyr, and I'll pick y'all up at this place because I don't want to have to drive into the city. You feel what I'm saying? So we seeing it becoming that, and it's like, it's really like super packed now. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. So now you in the A, you working with Waka, 808 Mafia is growing. You become the vice president. Basically, off of that phone call, you put in the work, you become the vice president, right? Yeah. Describe the feeling that you had when you received your first plaque.
And what was it for?
My first plaque was for Big Sean Moves.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and you in the D.
Yeah. I mean, be honest with you, it's weird because, everybody's going to feel, I don't know, it was a goal. Let's just say that. Being platinum, whether it was rapping or producing, anything in life, I just wanted to be able to say I got an award for doing music. Yeah. So that was my first award. It felt great, but, I mean, honestly, gold is first.
So you got
platinum. Yeah. So the song.
No, I'm saying your first plaque, whether it was gold or platinum.
Yeah. My first plaque is gold, and of course, when it went gold, I'm like, finally.
Did you cry? 100.
Nah, I didn't cry. I can't say I didn't, because honestly, the very next day, I was like, all right, so what's next?
Right. Now, what about your first placement though? When you got that first. That money, that credit, that money.
My first placement wasn't even money, and that's the beauty of it. Like, that's how I knew it was. I just loved the music. So my first placement that I got to like embody was when I first got to Atlanta the first day. I was chilling with Waka and Southside, and they was just like, yeah, we about to go to the studio. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to the studio, and we went to Patchwork. Now, Patchwork is like one of the biggest, well-known studios in Atlanta. Yeah. And we get there, and Gucci Mane, he's in the studio recording. So I walked in, and Gucci Mane is like, going through beats, and a beat come on. And he starts, coming up with ideas for the beat. And I just look up, and I'm looking at everybody in the room. I'm like, nobody knows this is my beat? Yeah. I didn't even know how he got it.
Yeah. Right.
Clearly, he got it through my mutual friend. So I was just like, what the fuck? So I tapped Walk on the leg, and I'm like, yo, that's my beat. You know what I mean? I was just so excited just to say that. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh, word. And he told Gucci. And I just built my relationship with Gucci Mane, too.
So let's swing into that, though. So your relationship with Gucci, because, like, a lot of people like to be like, oh, Gucci the best A&R But I feel like no, Gucci the best executive because these people go on to be like superstars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and like so how did like so that's when your relationship started. But kind of walk us through how y'all built your relationship because I mean. He could have just been like, okay, that'd be cool. All right, who next? You know what I'm saying? But like, what was the genuineness like between when y'all started growing your personal relationship?
I mean, like, Guwap, he's just a real dude, real business minded. I can't lie, like, because at the time I lived with Waka.
Yeah.
You know, Waka moved me in his crib.
Yeah.
So I had more of a loyalty towards Waka, I would say. Like, so if Waka's around, then I will come around. But me and Gucci, we was always cool. It's just always about, like, he was just respecting me as a producer. Like, he would, like, I just remember one time we already met, and then Waka didn't quite know that we already spoke or something like that, and then I just remember Waka tried to reintroduce us again. He was like, oh, yo, Guwap, this Fuse, and Guwap was like, I already know, I get all those beats in my email. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, them beats is far.
Now, how's your relationship with Waka? Y'all still tight?
Yeah, I was just he just did a show in Athens like on Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, I just went with him.
I like Waka growth. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
I really like Waka growth, bro. And what I don't like is like people don't want to see people grow. Like just because you just discovered my rowdy shit a year like last month, I'm not that person, bro. I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a businessman. Like I think both of their growth exceptional, and like I said, like a guy who had a hand in raising me, it kind of was like that situation. So I understand when niggas don't talk no more, and it's usually because a nigga grow, and sometimes people grow in different directions. Me and my brother twins, we damn near be growing in different directions, but we do so much shit together. But like if it's nothing there, it's like okay, we did that, we submitted for that. I'm going left, you go right,
and we could both be great.
You feel what I'm saying?
So, what's your favorite song that you ever produced, whether it came out or not? Like when you was producing it, you was just like there with it. Like, what's your very favorite song that you ever produced?
That's tough. That's a real tough one. I like so many of them.
But you got that one that you
out of all the songs that I produce, like I don't really listen to my music. You know, the song come out, I listen to it like a couple days. It comes out, then I'm like, all right, whatever. Because I made the beat, so
so by the time I'm sick of this shit. By the time,
exactly. But still to this day, the song that I will always listen to, like, there's no real special reason. It's just something that the song does for me. Is Moneybag Yo, and it's a song called Commotion that I produced, and like. So I don't know, something about that. It still does.
It just stick out.
Was y'all together in a session?
Nah, the reason why that song is special is because when I forgot what album that was. I think it was the Reset album. I'm not sure, but it was like 2 albums ago. And I just know the album was practically done. And then his engineer, Sky Diddy, shout out to Sky, had called me. He was like, I'm in the studio with Bag. Yo, Fuse, we need that one. And I was just like, shit. You know what I mean? Like, damn, what kind of pressure is that? You know what I mean? Like, I need that one. I got thousands of beats. I just know, like, I think I sent like 7 beats. That was one of them. And I was just like, yeah, it's a good choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, which happened again for the album that came after that. The album was practically done. And
that might be their formula with you.
They called me the last minute, like, yo, we need that one, but we need it because we're having an R&B singer on it. So I'm like, shit. Yeah. All right, so now I got to make, I actually made the beat then and just sent it to them. And I was like, how's that? They was like, perfect. Yeah. And that was the song that he did with Summer Walker.
Okay,
that's dope. So what's your home studio in Atlanta like? Because you mentioned Patchwork, legendary studio, but it's another studio that you work out at home primarily. Like, what would you consider your home studio?
All of them. Every studio in Atlanta knows that. I love all of them. I like to promote certain ones because I just have a certain bond with them. You know what I mean? But like I would say, like one of my favorite is ABS, and the owner is Derek. Shout out to Derek. And a reason why is because me and Trey Pounds, he's also part of 808 Mafia. We've been around that studio and Derek since he was starting it from scratch.
Right.
He built the studio with his hands. Yeah. The actual computer you record on, he built from scratch. The speakers that's in there, he built from scratch. Yeah. It's just,
it's
like
great to see.
It's great to see. When you walk in there and you're like, damn, he literally did this himself.
Yeah.
So I love that studio. All the studios, there's literally too many studios in Atlanta. But like, shout out to all of them.
Yeah.
But I would say ABS.
So we just talking about your process with Moneybag. You sent those out. Like, do you prefer to send something or you prefer to work right there with the artist?
It depends on my mind state. Be honest with you, because some artists, like, I'm not a fan of every artist I work with.
No doubt.
Yeah. I hate when people act like they are.
Like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
you know
what I
it's
mean?
work.
Like, it's a
work.
business.
Yeah.
I make beats. I have to sell these beats. You know what I mean? So I respect the music. I love the finished products. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a fan of a lot of the artists that I worked with, and it's just like I take more.
He said a lot of them. But I feel what you're saying. But
I mean, like,
because when you got to work with niggas, you kind of see like I'd rather just send this nigga the beat and they send it back and I'd be like, all right, fuck it, I signed off on it.
It's just I don't know. I don't like to sugarcoat nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's like music is cool. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I like listening to Jay-Z, Nas, and shit like that.
You take it back to your roots.
I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but like I said, I like artists that I actually am a fan of, and like Future. I'm a fan of Future. So every time we're in the studio, it's on the spot. It's love. It's, we working right there. Even if I email it, I just have enough faith to know that he's gonna create something that I'ma like. You know what I mean? So I mean, I say Future is definitely one of the people.
He a hard working motherfucker, dog.
He's a hard worker, man.
Yeah, Young Thug a hard working
Young
motherfucker
Thug too. Shout out to Young Thug. Both of them are like synonymous to me. Like what I mean? It's like their ethic is just crazy.
Yeah. So who's some new artists that you like be having your eye on? Like, okay, they almost ready. I got one for them.
Man, I signed them.
Okay.
So I got I signed them. If I see an artist and I know like he got it, I'm like, let's go. Yeah. So I got an artist named Eastico. He's from Atlanta.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
He got stuff out right now?
No, that's the beauty of it. So all of the artists, they're like literally like artists that were on the brink of coming out with other people, but I guess, paperwork and business didn't work out, and somehow they ended up falling in my lap. So I'm just grateful. Because they all talented. There's a lot of artists, though.
So what's the name of your company?
Art Gallery.
Art Gallery. Okay.
Explain
that.
You
can do a lot with that.
Yeah, Art Gallery, because like you said, I do art from the graffiti to, basic art, and fashion is art, music is art, so it's just a gallery of everything, photography, and I have all of that under me.
Okay.
Photographers, producers, musicians, people who design clothes, and
When's the last time you whipped out the spray paint can though? Like straight up?
Long time ago. I won't lie, but I know I still got it.
It's like riding a bike.
You just don't want to get your hands full of ink.
Yeah, put the gloves on.
Gloves on.
So, like, who are artists? Like, what's your dream artist to work with? It's any genre. You a producer, so like, yo, before I leave this earth, I got to get one with them.
Rihanna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick another one because I don't think she got no music coming out.
She does have music on. Everybody thinks she's.
She building anticipation. You feel what I'm saying?
Anticipation, definitely.
I think she just letting everybody else have their time, bro. Because with certain people, that's what I'm saying. Certain people,
be quiet for a lot of people for a long time.
So her shit, she just
and her old stuff's still selling. So
yeah. I'm with that. So Rihanna, your dream. Like, I gotta get one. Now you want to be in the studio with her, right?
I want to be in the studio with her. Hopefully, COVID don't have no stupid restrictions at that studio.
I mask up to go in there, whatever.
I wear 4 masks. I don't give a fuck.
I wear a white bodysuit. Yeah, I say the hazmat joint. Yeah,
I'll be up in there. Order hand sanitizer.
Come through with some Fenty.
Fenty men.
Right. Yeah. So like today, like how many records had an 808 Mafia sold? Cause y'all be on everything, damn near, man.
I can't even
like
count.
Everything, dog.
Millions.
You feel what I'm saying?
Millions. It's over 20 million records.
Over 20 million records.
Now you got one in with Bobby Fishkill. You up on him?
Yeah, I know Bobby Fishkill.
You got one in
I
with him?
haven't worked with him.
I fuck with him, dog. I think he the next nigga coming out of Florida, dog. For real. I like that young nigga, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Because, I mean, when it come to music, I got my favorites, but then I be liking some of that. I like some of that young energy that just ain't so violent. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm not a fan of the violent rap, dog. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just ain't with it, bro. It's just too violent. Like, I got kids and shit, dog. The last thing I want is one of these rap songs to play out while I'm outside with my kids, taking them somewhere because y'all niggas don't want to fight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what it all boiled down to. You feel what I'm saying? You know who else I fucked with? I picked early, dog. I picked Lil Baby early. Like, early. I called my brother. I said, listen, dog, this nigga right here, dog, go be that nigga, and he was that
He's
nigga.
Really
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
ever since he dropped,
come up.
he came in the game hit after hit after hit.
I like his come up. You
I
feel
like
what I'm
that
saying?
too.
He's consistent.
Yeah. You fuck with Doug? You got something up? You got something with him?
I didn't honestly. I worked with Doug. Doug worked in Miami at Circle House.
Okay, yeah.
None of the stuff has came out yet, but I
Okay.
worked with Doug, and it was like a whole thing with with Yo Gotti was there. And
I like Doug. He got that violent energy I'm talking about, but he make really good songs. You know what I'm saying? He makes some good. I feel like that's what I'm looking for when I look at a young artist, like who go last. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these niggas, we ain't gonna be talking about in 5 years. You feel what I'm saying? Because good music is good music. It don't matter how old you are. None of that shit. It's like some of the niggas I'd be like, they might not make it in life and be here 5 years from now. And I don't like posthumous albums. You feel what I'm saying? How you feel about that? Like at this, I feel like just leave it what it was, dog. Because they don't be having a hand in that shit. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't like posthumous albums. What's your feeling on them?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really listen to music.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see that though. I could so you can keep your creativeness.
Yeah,
you know
keep my creativity. Like I don't really listen to music. Like if people, this is what makes me listen to an album. If consistent people come to me like, did you hear such and such album? It's crazy. Yeah. Yo, you heard such and such album? It's crazy. Like if I keep hearing it, then I'm gonna be like, let me check this out. You know what I mean? But I really don't listen to albums to even judge them. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just still be stuck in the 90s music. Yeah. I just still listen to like old rap music still to this day. Like I would listen to Mobb Deep all day.
Yeah. I'm going to listen to that Prodigy solo album. I'm going to put that on. That's high as fuck on my list.
Because keep it thorough, man. That nigga was going crazy. People wasn't catching that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And then like, that's just the era. Like right now, though, I really feel like this because people say golden era, right? But I feel like this the golden era because I feel like the artists and the producers are actually getting paid for the work that they doing. Yeah. The other shit was the golden era because niggas didn't think it would get no better. Yeah. Like I feel like I don't even feel like I was talking the other day. I said we can't even really say who the best rapper or none of that shit is, right? Mm-hmm. Because that you can't be here, right? Like. We don't know when it's all said and done. We don't know how far up Lil Baby go for you to say Jay-Z is the best rapper ever or Drake is the best rapper ever. Like it got to be all said and done. You know what I'm saying?
And this shit ain't stopping.
It's all said and done.
I wouldn't throw the ever.
Yeah, but you know a lot of niggas
one
be
of
like,
the best.
One of the best. Yeah, like that. And that's what it is. It's a lot of one of the best because flat out, bro, I'm putting Ice Cube up against anybody. Whoever you talk about rapping, one of the best. Rapping. None of the other shit. I'm talking about straight out of Compton, Ice Cube to everything Ice Cube ever did. Like Cube and Scarface, my two favorites. You know what I'm saying?
And it's the same thing when it comes to But then when it comes to making albums, I'm putting Ross in there because he makes got the bodies of work like crazy, dog. I agree with that. Feel what I'm saying? And it's like.
And that, I mean, there's categories. Who can make who's the best
songwriter? Who's the best rapper?
Album, and then who's the best just lyricist? And there's so many different categories.
And a nigga try to just be like, no, he the best overall. And it's like, nigga ain't never even. You feel what I'm saying? Like, come on, dog. You know what I mean?
I don't know about best overall. I mean, at the end of the day, like I don't know if I'm just biased because I'm from New York, but I just feel like Jay-Z's up there. Not the best ever, but I just feel like he's just up there. Almost like I would look at like a Jordan. You know, we will never know until LeBron retires.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We'll never know. Jordan can't go play another game and raise his stats no more. You feel what I'm saying?
Where it's at, so.
Okay, now you said Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
So your phone ring, and his phone ring. Shine phone ring. On this phone is Jay. I need you to come to LA. I need you right now. But on his phone is Rihanna. We need you to come to Hawaii, but we go send a private jet. They both go send a private jet. Which one you getting now?
Rihanna.
I like them odds too.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, on the real though, this episode is sponsored by Duke and Dame. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of this. This flavored whiskey. I'm gonna try this today because we are celebrating another win. Animal Instinct, the Urban Jungle, the animated series, won Best Television Short in the Tokyo Shorts Film Festival. And I told my dog I wanted to pop something special tonight, so he brung me this. If y'all don't hear from me tomorrow, I finished the bottle. You feel me? I finished it. You know what I'm saying?
So what's the before we get up out of here, because we know y'all crunch for time, what's the best way, like, if I got some money, I want you to produce me, who I reach out to? And I got money. I'm gonna pay you whatever. You know what I'm saying? You tell me 10,000 for. Yeah, I'm okay. I want 10 of them bitches. Who I reach out to?
Man, I tell people this, man. Don't be afraid to reach out to me directly.
Yeah.
I'm on the gram. Like, it has a little box that says send message. Like, message me. Yeah. Like,
yeah. And I ask that because, especially with rappers who portray to be rich and super street, they be afraid to talk to people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
too.
Yeah, niggas be mad, bashful, and shy, and won't look you in your eyes and shit like that. Then jump on the track and to kill the shit out your ass.
I was just telling the producer last night, like, I respected him because he came up to me and spoke to me and asked me questions.
Yeah,
I guess he needed answers
to.
Yeah. And I be telling people, like, you will never get answers if you don't ask. You know
gotta ask. Like, no question is a dumb question.
Exactly.
Because you might ask me something I didn't know, and I thought about it. Like, oh shit, let me call my man, dog. I've been doing this 10 years. Nobody ever asked me this, and that question be the key to everything you needed.
I'm not. I just look at it like this. I'm not gonna be able to look at you and know what you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you do music and you try to work, then speak up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know who I am. I'm already solidified. I'm already good where I'm at.
Yeah.
If you trying to get where I'm at and you trying to work with me or other people like me, I just feel like you have to speak up. You know what I mean? It's okay to be like, oh, how you doing? You know, I make music. And there's a little piece of advice for whoever listens that does music. I just tell people like, yo, when you are trying to approach another artist or another producer or whatever, just present it as a service. People are more receptive to that, as opposed to saying, yo, I'm a producer, yo, I got some beats for sale. Like, you coming to them as a salesman. You know what I mean?
Because this is a service industry.
Yeah,
literally.
Exactly. Just be like, yo, how can I contribute? I know you're probably working on a project. You know what I mean? I would like to assist. I like to help. These are words that people...
How can I assist you?
Yeah, because when me and my brother meet people, we say, what can we do for each other?
Exactly.
Whatever you into, I am 1,000% sure I know somebody into it. Mm-hmm. Because that's why we the connected experience. We connected with him. We told him, bro, you bringing people through, come through, bro.
Yeah.
Just bring them through, bro. You know what I'm saying? But before we get out of here, man, we want to know your most memorable studio session.
My most memorable. All right, so you did ask me if I cried on my plaque. I cried from this session. Yeah. So, no, I didn't cry from the plaque. So I guess it was just a session with Future, my first session with Future.
Yeah.
We was in the studio, it was me and Southside. Usually, if me and Southside go places, we usually stay together. We very rarely part.
Yeah.
But this particular day, he gave me the option, which he never does. So he was like, yo, we was in the studio with Future. He was like, yo, I'm about to go to the studio with Meek. Usually he would just be like, yo, come on, we going to the studio with Meek. You know what I mean? But this time, he's just like, yo, I'm about to go to the studio with Meek. You coming or you staying?
Yeah.
And I was just like, shit, you gave me the option? Like,
right, like...
shit, I'm about to stay here. I want to work with this guy, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, well, I'm out. And he just left me there. So the thing that what made it so special to me is not just because I was in the studio with Future. It was because Future is a very hard worker. So Southside gave him 7 beats. Yeah. So when we was already in the studio, he was already recording to a whole nother producer's beats. He didn't even get the Southside's beats yet. Southside left by the time he did like maybe the second song out of 7.
Yeah.
He recorded to every beat Southside gave him. 7 songs.
In one night, right there? Yeah.
Prior to me waiting with the other songs. So I probably sat through like 9 songs the whole night.
Yeah.
Hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it went from like 40 people in the studio to just 3. Me, Future, and the engineer.
Yeah.
So all I know is that for one, there's a rule. You don't fall asleep in the studio. You will get kicked out.
Yeah.
So I was fighting my sleep. I'm dozing off. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? But whatever. I made it to the finish line. Future ran out of beats.
Yeah.
He turned around. I literally was the only person in the room.
Yeah.
And he said, yo, Fuse, you got beats? I said, hell yeah. He was like, come, play me some beats. So I pull out my laptop, start playing him some beats. And he's sitting next to me like how me and you are. He's sitting to my right. And I just remember, I just keep looking over in my corner in my eyes. I'm going through beats, and he's not bopping his head. Yeah. He's not moving. There's no response. So I'm like, damn, all right, next beat.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, stop me. He'll be like, what are you doing? I'll be like, oh, I'm just going through the beats. He was like, nah, go back to the last one. He was like, your beats make me think about my life.
Yeah.
So I can't even bob my head.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, okay, we go back. Because I'm just like sitting back, just absorbing that moment. And, I just know he recorded a song that he really loved that night. I think I sat through like 3. I couldn't take no more. It was just like, I gotta go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I left. But I just know I left him with like 30 beats. Yeah. So I was just like, I'm content. I got that off my chest.
Right.
But I literally went home. I got in the shower. It was like late as hell. I just remember I was just like, damn. Finally, you know what I mean?
Right, because it was about and he was there,
and I wanted to build that camaraderie. So it was just like so much just lifted off of me. Because from that day forward, he would call me on the phone. He would be like, "Yo, what are you doing? Yo, pull up to the studio." You know. It was just different. It hit different. So
right.
Yeah, that's dope.
So if people want to get at you, they know to go. What's your Instagram?
Fuse 808 Mafia. That's my Instagram. My Twitter is Fuse Makes Beats. Yeah, that's pretty much the two main sites. I'm on Snapchat.
Is it Fuse Makes Beats?
Yeah, on Twitter.
Yeah, are you active on the Twitter?
Yeah, I'm active on Twitter.
When it comes to social platforms, I mean, they are getting a little sucky, but
hey, Twitter turned hella slutty at 8 p.m. on Friday. I don't even know that I follow these people, dog. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, your timeline just show you
some whole other shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, dog, that's a cold play they put down, boy. Because they do that. You know what I'm saying? They switch that. They switch everybody's shit. First,
okay. Yeah, one more before everybody get up out of here. What beat you heard? Because every producer do it and be like, yo, I wish I would have made that.
Damn.
Because I don't even produce, nigga. And when I heard motherfucking
Forgot About Dre. I ain't gonna lie. When I heard that beat, Forgot About Dre, bro, I'm like, yo, whoever assisted on this beat, because we know the producer guy. We used to rap, bro. That's how we know. Like, we've been to Patchwork before and all that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not no song that I think everybody will know, but
no, it don't matter. I'm just saying you heard that shit like that motherfucker hard. I wish I would have made that.
Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
They had a album and they had a song called Cuckoo.
Yeah.
That was produced by DJ Khalil. Shout out to DJ Khalil.
Yeah,
and that still to this day, I'll be like, how did he make this? How did he put this together?
I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go listen to that.
It's called Cuckoo.
Yeah, we about to play that when we get in the ride. Because I just always know, like, motherfuckers be like, damn, them motherfuckers. I'm a producer or I'm a rapper, but like, them motherfuckers coming with it because that make you step your shit up. Like, I need everybody to feel like that about my shit.
But they're collective, so by y'all being deep like that, that's why y'all on top, man. Because I know you come in the studio and hear some shit Southside did. You like, oh, okay, I'll be right back, dog. Like oh yeah, I was coming for some other shit. I'll be right back, dog.
Very
you know
competitive
like,
inside the family. Very competitive.
That's
but that's
dope, man. That's gonna keep the team strong, man. Anytime you out here or any of your people out here, you can send them through to the show, man.
Y'all got a home at the Connected
I
Experience.
will tell Wax and nonstop.
Oh, for sure. Because
and we tell everybody who sit down with us, man, it's your first time. Don't make it your last, because you never know what you gonna be into, and you might want to just come sit down and talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Always into new stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
So yeah, appreciate everything.
No doubt. Thanks for coming, bro.
Thanks for coming. Hey, Jay, where can they get you at?
Hey, man, they can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TCEPod, at TCEPod. Other than that, man, where can they find you at?
1sljackson.com. Order your copy of Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle, the first award-winning novella that was turned into an award-winning animated series that was turned into a video game. I franchised it all in less than 2 years. We on the way. I can't wait for everybody to see the animated series. And you can also order The Adventures of Shelby Sunshine, The Bestest Family Vacation off of Amazon. That's the children's series that me and my daughter Shelby Sunshine working on. Book 2 coming soon. I can't wait till that come out, man. So that's what we doing, man. I'm SJ.
I'm AJ.
I want for my brother
what I want for myself.
Yeah, we just gonna step out here and take a picture, man. Thanks, man. We appreciate it.